Inside the complex world of marriage and failed marriage, what happens once a union ends and the new life emerges from the old one? As part of the emotional exploration of the Hulu series, Fleishman is in trouble until the ex-wife of the lead character played by Jesse Eisenberg vanishes and things get even more complicated. It's an adaptation of the 2019 novel of the same name that keeps you guessing. Our Stephanie Ramos sat down with Eisenberg to talk about his starring role in this emotional foray into storytelling.
You've reached Rachel Fleishman.
Toby was forced to ask the question that occurred to him nearly every few minutes since his separation. How did I get here?
I did not become a doctor to get rich, okay? I did it to live a meaningful life. Money doesn't buy you happiness.
Oh, Toby, of course it does. What, are you crazy?
Let's talk about Fleishman in trouble. So, why is he in trouble?
When the story opens, I have just been through like a horrible divorce, and I'm finally kind of like learning to try to accept things and move forward in my life. And for the first time in my life, I go on these apps and I'm dating, and for the first time in my life, people like seem to be interested in me. I was with my wife for so long, and before that, I was like kind of a shy young guy. But ultimately, the story kind of, as it shifts along, you realize that something has happened to my wife, and that the story is not as simple as it seemed.
This is a story about everything. It's about life and marriage and how young love can become old resentment and jealousy, ambition, career.
I don't even have time to get a divorce.
That's him.
Would you say Toby is the anti-hero in this story?
Yeah, I mean, the story is so brilliantly structured to kind of ask the audience for sympathy for Toby. It seems like, you know, he's a guy who's, you know, everything is falling on and he's struggling to maintain, you know, his sanity. But the writer so cleverly shifts your perspective so that, you know, your allegiance starts shifting between my wife, ex-wife, and me. So the show very cleverly spins the kind of idea of male sympathy on its head in a really interesting way.
How was it working with Claire?
Yeah, I didn't know Claire, you know, but I like, you know, just obviously grew up, you know, idolizing her. She was like the greatest actress in the world since the time I'm young, you know, because she started quite young.
So, Ricky, Angel's in love with Jordan Catalano. We have to help her.
So it was a bit surreal playing like, you know, I guess when you grow up like watching somebody, you think of them in some untouchable way. So it had this kind of surreal quality of being with her, and she's so amazing in the show.
It seems like Fleishman really takes us into this New York City world that Claire Danes' character really wants to be a part of.
I have a line where I say, I'm a rich person in every part of this world except the 40 square blocks you insist we live in. Because she has like these aspirations to, you know, live beyond our means, to have, you know, a fancy, luxurious apartment, and to, you know, and not ever walk anywhere. I want to walk everywhere. And I'm kind of like, you know, a regular guy, and she wants to, you know, take cars everywhere. And so we have this kind of as a, you know, as just one of our ongoing arguments. New York's changed a lot, and they ended up having to do a lot of digital effects to make it look contemporary, but, you know, 6 years ago contemporary. The third episode goes back in time to 1996 and takes you through all of our relationship. It's gorgeous because you really see like kind of changing New York throughout this episode. Shooting inside the 92nd Street, everything was so specifically done because it was all made by people who are from here. It was not like the kind of thing where it's this idealized other version of New York.
Can I get Instagram? Everyone has it.
No, we've answered this before. No social media until you're 13.
Everyone.
Hannah, you don't even have a phone. It's not good for kids and anxiety. Your brain is still developing, all right?
Dad and I'll talk about it.
Excuse me, we've already talked about it, okay?
How about my anxiety that everybody is always on it and leaving me out?
She has a point.
Yeah?
So in the series, we also see Toby navigating parenthood before and after the divorce. You are a father yourself, so did that change your approach to this role at all, having kids yourself?
You're an animal.
I passed by the poster of the TV show yesterday while I was trying to get out all of my like kids stuff, and I just realized like it just was like this moment of like, wait, this is like exactly what the show is. Like I'm the cliche of the thing, but it's also real.
You're doing so much. Your dad, your husband, a director, playwright, author. How do you decide what project to take on? I mean, it's got to be difficult to juggle it all.
I try to do 1,000 things because like 900 of them will never happen. You know, it's a career in the arts is like, you're lucky if you have any job. So like, I just try to stay busy. It's not like I have a normal job. I mean, every other human being I know goes to like a normal thing where they work every day, and I just don't have that. My wife teaches in 4 schools in New York, so she's, you know, busy every day, you know, but that's like normal. No one, you know, pities that. So my job, it seems like I'm very busy because I'm on posters and it looks like I'm busy, but you have a lot of time off, and you know, you'd go crazy if you weren't working.
It's like predictable unpredictability.
Yes, exactly
this
that.
Job. And this will be the last question. What was your most favorite part of working with this show and the cast, and what are you taking away from it?
I was not sure how to like modulate you know, my emotions, because I'm used to feeling like every day is so severe, because in movies, you know, they're kind of a shorter, you know, it's just a shorter window of a story. So you asked me my favorite thing, and I ended up saying something that really stressed me out. So I would say this sums up my personality really well. But once again, yeah, sorry for, turning all these nice things into misery. So anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our thanks to Stephanie Ramos for that. You can stream the first 3 episodes of Fleishman is in Trouble on Hulu right now.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.